All right, Isaac Harris, let's play a game of whiteboard. I got my whiteboard here, and we are going to start with a fill in the blank. We've talked a lot about Myles Turner. Now, I'm assuming, at least I'm assuming, that a package with Porzingis wouldn't necessarily be in the cards. Now, it could be. We've played with a
Rick
couple
ain't
of.
signing up for that.
That's my thought with it. Is I don't think Rick is signing up for another round with Porzingis here, and I don't know if Porzingis would sign off on having another round with Rick Carlisle. And so I don't think that that's going to be the case. There are some packages if you start doing like, okay, what if they did Turner and Jeremy Lamb for Porzingis? Then that kind of, you get into that money, and then you could make that kind of a trade work. But you can't do Turner and Porzingis straight up for each other, just with the money work. But let's say the Mavericks do trade for Myles Turner and they still have Kristaps Porzingis. Fill in the blank. Myles Turner and Kristaps Porzingis would work blank together.
I'm already ahead of you.
Go for it. As soon as I ask a question, go for it.
Oh, let's go. Bam. Fine for the regular season.
And I said work it out. They would work it out. I think they would figure it out. I think that those two guys can complement each other in a certain way that it would work out, right? Both of those guys can shoot, and that just opens up so much. If one of those guys was a non-shooter, it changes things. Then all of a sudden it becomes Dwight Powell or that kind of a fit again, which we've seen it work in the past before. The thing that is interesting about it is that Myles Turner has expressed wanting to have a bigger role in an offense and having just a bigger role on a team. And so I'm curious if he would come in and all of a sudden Porzingis is getting his like 15 to 16 shots, Luka's getting his like 20 shots, and where's Myles Turner going to fall in? And then the catch and shoot guys, and is Myles Turner just another catch and shoot guy again? Or if he's just falls in line because he's like, oh, we're playing like a different level of basketball here, and he just falls into line there and understands it. But I think they would work it out.
Yeah, and I put fine for the regular season because I think it would work for the regular season. I mean, you just insert him into that Dwight Powell role, and I feel like Dwight gets some open threes every now and then. I think that would, only increase with Turner out there, and I just think in the regular season it wouldn't be an issue. I would have questions for it in the postseason of running the two bigs, the 2 7-footers out there defensively, switches. KP at the 4, then we've talked this whole time about KP being at the 5 as your main, as your best lineup. As it stands right now, if we're in a playoff series, KP's playing the 5 a lot with Dwight Powell on the bench, and they're running, Maxey out there or Dorian at the 4, whoever. So I would have more questions in a postseason, but it wouldn't shy me away from going and getting Myles Turner if you get him.
Absolutely not. Next one. Rank it 1 to 5. The Mavs need a rim protector like Myles Turner. Rank it 1 to 5. 1 is not at all. They don't need a rim protector like Myles Turner. The defense is already fine. The Mavs don't need to add another defender. They have the good enough defense to be a postseason threat. 5, if you go all the way on the 5 scale, they need one desperately. Like they are just smoke and mirrors if they don't add a rim protector. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, I put a 4 and Isaac gave a 3. I'm at a 4 because I do think there's a little bit of smoke and mirrors in this defense, a little bit, in the sense that you look at some of their opponents. They have not played a big center. They have not played a Jokic and Anthony Davis and Ayton. They have not played guys like that, or a lot of
they played guards. Jokic a while back. The Denver game.
Yeah, they played Jokic when he had like nobody else on his team.
I mean, I think you started at 2 guard for Denver that night, but
yeah, right. It was Austin Rivers and Facu and me. It was the backcourt. But yeah, so I think they do need a guy like that for a postseason run to go up against some of these guys, right? To go up against Jokic in the postseason is different than going up against Jokic in a 1-game
Anthony Davis
regular season. Anthony Davis, DeAndre Ayton. You're starting to talk about some guys that could really hurt you. Plus, we're not talking about these guards that can get into the paint, and the Mavericks need somebody on the back line to be able to stop them. I've seen a lot of Dwight Powell trying to defend the rim after guards and wings get beat on the perimeter, and it just wouldn't work in a playoff run. So that's why I'm at a 4. You are at a 3, though. Tell me why you're right in the middle.
Just because I think the defense has been, pretty good lately, and that's my only thing with it. I think it's almost a luxury that if you can get a rim protector. I'm probably going to your next question here, but as far as like the priority of that.
Next question, let's go into it. Yes, no. The Mavs' top priority at the trade deadline should be a rim protecting upgrade at center. So their top priority should be, their number one thing should be a rim protecting center like Myles Turner. 3, 2, 1. Oh, we're both with the nose. Double nose. No, 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 no. No, 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 no.
No, I
Tell me
just
why.
think it's I think it would be great to have for all the reasons you just said, but I still am looking at the secondary creator spot. Now I know as soon as I say that, then people in the comments like, what do you want more than Jalen Brunson? What's the long-term answer there? Like, is it Jalen Brunson? Have we seen enough already to say, all right, that's the guy, that he's the secondary creator, secondary ball handler next to Luka? I just think if there is a high profile top, you get in trouble when you say numbers, but like, a top 30 guy out there, another creator type of guy that I would just be interested in that. If a Bradley Beal hit the market, like, let's really talk about that. Like, that would be a star that if Damian Lillard, if they could get into that. I mean, I'm listening to the CJ McCollum stuff. Like, that's still the number one thing for me of next to Luka.
Yeah, I'm going to go a little bit more broad than you and say it just has to be talent. If you can upgrade at talent in a high end talent, I don't care what position they play, really, right? Like, if you can get, we've been filling out this 2022 NBA like trade deadline sheet for the Locked On NBA channel. And every single host is putting in, okay, what are your available assets? What do you want? What's on the trading block? And it was like, what are you looking for? And for us, I wrote down what we're looking for is a Drew Holiday type player, right? Like a Drew Holiday level player where they can come in and do a lot of those things and kind of fill in that spot exactly like what Drew Holiday did for the Bucks. The Mavs need that. If the Mavs can add somebody like that, it takes them to that next level. And so I don't care what position it is. You can kind of fit in any position except for maybe a certain center, right? If it's a certain center, I'm not sure you can fit him next to Porzingis, but any other player really you can fit on this team and it would work out. And so I think talent over one single position is where the Mavs should. It's like in the draft, right? Just best available. Okay, trade for the best available.